we're going to talk about a tiny, silent invader, the African fig fly, and how it's causing some huge problems for fruit growers. But here's the cool part. What if I told you that science has found a simple, low-cost, and surprisingly colorful way to keep an eye on it? All right, let's dive in. So, have you ever heard of this silent invader? It's a pest that traveled all the way from Africa to Brazil, and now it's attacking orchards. And believe me, this isn't just any fly. We're talking about an invasive species that has spread like wildfire, becoming a massive headache for anyone trying to grow figs and berries. It's a classic case of a bioinvader making itself a little too comfortable. Okay, let's put a name to this pest. Its scientific name is Zaprionus indianus, but you can just call it the African fig fly. Now get this, it was first spotted in Brazil way back in 1999, and since then, it has just exploded across the continent, posing a really serious threat to agriculture, especially for those delicious soft fruits. So to fight this thing, we've got to understand it first, right? We need to know its game plan. So let's break down what exactly makes this African fig fly such a successful invader. Well, Zaprionus indianus is what you'd call a textbook bioinvader. And that's because it's just so incredibly versatile. First off, it's not a picky eater at all. It'll feed on lots of different things. And on top of that, it can thrive in all sorts of environments, from wild, natural habitats to the middle of a busy city. You could say this adaptability is its superpower. And speaking of adaptability, you won't believe this. A study out of Uberaba, Brazil, found something fascinating. This fly actually thrives in cities. A whopping 73% of all the flies they captured were found in urban areas. So it's not just surviving in our cities, it's absolutely flourishing. And it turns out, timing is everything. Get ready for this number. A massive 97.4% of all the flies were caught during the rainy season. And when you think about it, that totally makes sense, right? More rain means more rotting fruit, which is basically a 5-star hotel and buffet for these flies. So what does that tell us? Monitoring has to be ramped up big time during that period. Okay, so we know where it is and when it's most active. But the big question is, how do we actually catch it? This is where the science gets really, really cool. Researchers have found a key weakness. They figured out exactly what attracts it. The secret weapon is something called multimodal integration. I know, it sounds super complex, but the idea is actually pretty simple. You have to appeal to more than one sense at a time. Think about it. A trap that only smells good isn't going to be enough. It needs to look good to the fly too. It's that powerful combination of smell and sight that really does the trick. And just look at this. This chart shows you exactly how much of a difference color makes. The traps with purple or yellow baits, they caught way more flies than the colorless ones. The purple bait was the clear winner here, attracting a crazy 838 flies. I mean, this is a total game changer. Okay, so we know color is super important. But why these specific colors? Why purple and yellow? What's so special about them that makes them irresistible to this fly? Well, the main idea here is that these colors are basically a form of camouflage. They mimic ripe fruit. To a fly buzzing around, a splash of purple or yellow looks just like a delicious fig or maybe a blackberry. The smell draws them in from far away, but it's the color that gives them that final come on in signal. It's a really clever trick. All right, now for the best part. Let's see how all this cool science turns into a real-world solution that's effective, super low cost, and sustainable for pretty much anyone to use. This is applied science at its absolute finest. So you can forget about those fancy, expensive lures. The research is crystal clear on this one. A simple mix of banana and baker's yeast is just way more effective than the old-school vinegar or alcohol baits. It's all about giving the flies what they really want. That irresistible scent of fermenting fruit. So here is the winning recipe, and you'll see just how simple this is. You need about 100 grams of mashed banana, 5 grams of dry baker's yeast, and then, for that secret weapon, 3 milliliters of either purple or yellow food coloring. That's it. Mix it all together, and you've got yourself a scientifically optimized bait. And you don't even need any special equipment to make the trap itself. You can build these super effective monitoring stations using something as simple as recycled plastic bottles. I mean, it's sustainable, it's cheap, and it works incredibly well. Now, it's really important to get this. This isn't just about killing flies. It's a powerful scientific tool for monitoring them. The whole system is designed to catch a sample that actually represents the real population out there, with the right ratio of males and females. This gives growers incredibly accurate data for managing the pest, all without harming the environment. This all just goes to show you that sometimes the best tools we have for managing pests aren't complicated chemicals, but just good old-fashioned knowledge and smart, simple strategies. So now let's talk about what you can do. So now that you have this information, you can actually be part of the solution. If you're a producer or even a student, why not try out these colored traps? Let us know how it goes in the comments. And hey, if you found this science as cool as I did, do me a favor and like and share this explainer. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more insights like this. Because at the end of the day, that's the bottom line. In the fight against pests, our best weapon isn't always a stronger chemical. It's a deeper understanding. Knowledge really is our best trap. Thanks so much for joining me.